Hey everyone, this is Wyvern Kodiak. I'm Sam, that's Chris, and today we've got something pretty cool to show you. I got the very first production Kunwu Jericho. We're gonna go over it, review it, get some measurements on that, how I got it, and we're gonna do that next. So welcome back to the channel. As we were talking, we've got the Kunwu Jericho, and this knife is awesome. It is solid lockup, just like you're normally used to from Kunwu. Beautiful finish texturing. The Damascus inserts, gorgeous. Mirror finish on the blade is phenomenal. Great jimping on the spine here, and it's a nice size blade, nice size knife overall. So really cool. What do you think about it, Chris? Give me a little insight on your thoughts there.
You know, I wear a size 2XL glove, and I can easily get a full grip on this thing. I really like the jimping. I mean, it just feels great in my hand for all of the cuts that I particularly like to do. I'm a box and envelope cutter most of the time, so
Guilty.
yeah. So for me, this is outstanding. I love the, just the sliciness of the blade. I love just the different grips that I can hold it in comfortably. I love the texture. Even with the beautiful Damascus that you have here, you have outstanding honeydew texture around the edges of it, on the backside as well. Pocket clip is great. When I look this over, it's just a beautiful knife that I just feel is functional in so many areas.
Yeah, and not only that, but the knife itself, it's not your typical Kunwu knife. And I say that in the best way possible. This is, dare I say, a gentleman's knife of Kunwu, right? This is what we're used to, right? And this is awesome. Right? This is a beast. This is a working machine of a blade. But you know, when you put this in your pocket, you can feel it. It feels substantial. It feels like a beast. Its texturing is different, right? It's got that diamond pattern on it. This knife feels lighter. It feels softer on the edges, and it's not so heavy in the hand. So when you put it in your pocket, it doesn't feel like you've got something heavy that's pulling down on your pocket, kind of like these other ones do. It's a gorgeous knife. It's an awesome knife. It's just different, but it's still Kunwu, right? It still has the Damascus pivot collars. It still has that amazing finish that they are known for, and heat treat that they're known for on their blades, but they've just done something different. And now this handle is kind of similar to the Cochise, right? So the Cochise kind of has a similar handle to that knife, and they've kind of gone in that direction a little bit. They're not abandoning this. Right? They have another one coming out in September called the Geronimo, and the handle, I know you're excited for that.
Absolutely.
But that handle is going to be more like this, right? It's classic Kunwu, but they're also doing these. So it's almost like they kind of going in two different directions and yet staying true to themselves. So it's awesome. It really, really is.
Yeah, Sam, I would say that for me, it just feels different in the balance because of the handle. The knife blade itself is every bit what I've come to expect from Kunwu, and
yeah,
I think that they do Vanic still exceptionally well, and I think that this is substantial as a worker, but beautiful as a gentleman's carry. Or if I were to go out and I was going to be working in the garage or doing different things, I'd have that in my pocket. If I'm wearing cargo pants or jeans, if I'm going to work and I'm wearing slacks, then something like this would be outstanding in my pocket.
Yeah, but you're not cutting anything with that, right?
I mean, I would cut stuff with this.
No.
Yeah.
But he'll cut stuff with that. Sam won't cut stuff with that. But maybe that would no.
It'll cut.
Oh my god. No, I would cut stuff with it. I'm just kidding around. I think Chris makes a really good point though, right? It's knowing its uses. I'm sure that it could take the abuse, right? The Vanix is amazing steel, but I think it's a little bit dolled up, right? You don't want to beat this one up a little bit, or at least I don't want to beat it up a little bit.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. But again, I mean, it is not this, but yet it is that, right? And let's look at the spines for a second, right? If you hold the spines up like this, you could see, I mean, this is a little bit thicker, but it's not massive. It's not.
There's the difference when you go back to back on the.
Yeah, and if you overlap it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Padre's a bigger knife, a thicker knife, and whatnot. There isn't a doubt about that.
Yeah.
But this isn't a small knife by any stretch of the means. This isn't a small knife at all. This is still a substantial blade. So, what do you think about us getting some overhead view, get some better angles of the knife so that you guys can see it in greater detail? We can take some measurements, weights, comparisons to other knives, and go from there.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So now you could see the blade up close here, and you could take a look at some of the detail that goes into this. I mean, that Damascus insert with all the swirls, it's almost a raindrop pattern. Again, you have that beautiful honeydew texture, and then the blade itself is just stunning with the mirror polish. And like anything that Kunwu puts out, it's razor sharp. I mean, they do such a beautiful job, sharpening their knives, the heat treat on their knives, the finish on their knives. It's a beautiful, beautiful blade, and top quality that we've come to appreciate from Kunwu. So, let's do a size comparison on this thing. Let's see here. How about a ZT Hinderer 0562? Let's see here. It's close to the same size. If I had to guess, you're talking about a centimeter difference maybe in the ZT being a little bit bigger. It's really not much significance there. And then you've got a Kaiser drop bear, which is going to be on the smaller side, but trying to pick some knives that are popular, familiar, that the viewers at home can kind of get a real understanding of what we're looking at here from a size comparison. And you got a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch bigger on the Jericho than the Kaiser drop bear. So it's a nice size knife. It's a full knife, right? I'm a big guy. I'm a 6'4" individual, and I've got big frying pan hands. And as you can see, I can get a 4-finger grip on this thing, no problem. You want to get up on the pinch grip or something like that. It's still got a lot of blade there. You're not right up on the edge or anything like that. So it's not a small knife. It's not anything tiny, but it's not massive, right? It's not a big beefy beast of a blade. If you look, like, here's pulling out some big Dixon energy, right? McNee's knives, Dixon, right? This thing's a big old freaking hog, and I absolutely love this blade, but that's a big old hog right there. And you can see a size comparison. again, I mean, even when you're throwing the hinderer in, and the hinderer and that are comparable in size. So it's a good full-size blade. You take that out and you put in the Rosie XL, Chris's grab from primary grab from the blade show, and you know, it's a little bit of a longer blade. So, you know, what, ½ inch maybe over this. So it's an awesome knife, good size knife for sure.
Let's do a couple of measurements here. I think we start off and let's check the blade thickness here. Looks like directly behind the blade we have about 126 thousandths. If we go down to the swedge, this beautiful point, looks like we're down to 360 thousandths. Checking out some of the hardware here. Looks like we are a T8. Yeah, we're gonna have T8s. Looks like just about everywhere. Yeah. Yep. And no, looks like we're gonna be a T6 on the frame, which I look at that as almost like a feature. We're gonna keep people from unscrewing that, and to get into maintenance your knife, you shouldn't have to be able to get into to make any adjustments and changes there. We go and we look at some of the links here. Looks like we've got an overall of right at 8 inches. I'm gonna be looking at 3.5 inches on the blade, and looks like a little over 4.5 inches on the handle. As Sam said, both of us are bigger guys, big hands. I can definitely get a 3-finger grip on here as well. And again, I wear a 2XL glove. Let's get some weights on a couple of the knives to give you a good comparison. So we're looking at 4.34 on our Jericho. We talked about the Padre. We're looking at 5.19 on the Padre. And we also compared it to the Drop Bear. We're looking at 3.67 on the Drop Bear. And a knife that's comparable in size we didn't talk to is the Quiet Carry Drift LCT 5.11. Also, beautiful knife. When I start looking at this particular knife and what Kunwu does with Vanix in particular, I'm thrilled. Every knife that I've ever used that they've had, you know, in Vanix, you know, looking at the Padre, we have the Excalibur. When I use these knives and I do different things with them, every cut test I've ever put them through absolutely does an amazing job. What I really love about it is its ability to strop back so rapidly, and with it being such an amazing corrosion resistance knife, guys in saltwater areas that need a good folder, I'd recommend Kunwu for sure on their Vanix for that. You know, and the final thing, Sam wouldn't let me baton with his knife, so we'll do what we always do with knives, and you know, we'll cut tape, and it will cut. So I would say that all of the things that we put them through, it'll actually achieve that. I know that Kunwu strives for an HRC of about 60 to 61 on the Vanix. It's got outstanding toughness, you know, for a knife that has such high corrosion resistance, and also its wear resistance or edge retention is pretty solid as well. So that's the Kunwu Jericho, its measurements, its size, and hope you guys have enjoyed getting a good look at this one.
And there we go. Video number 1 in the books. And we were lucky enough to have the Jericho for knife number 1 to review. Awesome knife, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a cool knife. It's so different than some of the other things that they've put out, but yet it's still very Kunwu. It's still solid lockup. It's still unbelievable ergonomics. It's still, you know, rock solid tight knife. But it's fancier. It's lighter. It's a little bit different. So, you know, I really kind of like the new direction that they've gone with some of their stuff too. So that's really cool. You know, going forward, we're going to do some more videos. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to hear about? Do you want to hear some more about knife steals? Do you want to see some more cool knives? You know, do you want to see us go into the woods and beat things up with our knives? That isn't happening with this one. Just so that you all know, that's not happening. He decided he was going to try and baton this thing, and I said no. Yeah.
No.
So far. Yeah, that's a no forever. But anyway, follow us, like, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, right? At Wyvern Kodiak is our handle there. And we look to do a bunch more videos for you. So give us some feedback on what you want to see.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, we've met a lot of great content creators when we were in Atlanta. Shout out to the Unprofessional Dad. While we were in the process of purchasing that knife, he was walking up and live streaming, and we got to talk with him a little bit about it.
Talk about perfect timing. Yeah, well, I looked like a deer in headlights too. He was like yelling my name, and there I am with a knife.
Yeah, so great information on his channel as well. He does great stuff with the community, just heart of gold. You know, his heart's as big as his body, and so you know, check him out and give us some information on what you'd like to see. We've got a very large collection between the two of us. Would love to talk about knives. Certainly is a passion, and the feedback is a gift. So, you know, like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you want to see, and we'll get it working.
Thanks again. We look to see you on the next one.